Hello everyone, in today's video I'm going to be doing a review of Simply Nailogical, aka Christine's nail polish line Holo Taco, and I will be comparing them to Fun Lacquer's Holo top coats. So when I first saw her product reveal, I was curious to see how her products would stack up against Fun Lacquer. Some of my favorite videos Christine has done are her product comparison videos, and I do remember she said that the Fun Lacquer Diamond Holo top coat was her favorite linear Holo top coat at the time. So Fun Lacquer also does make a scattered and flaky Holo top coat. Christine has also done a limited edition collaboration with Fun Lacquer, and in general she has used their products a lot in her nail videos. As of the time of recording this video, Holo Taco is sold out, and a lot of people are like reselling it on eBay for around $200. So if you guys want to see how Fun Lacquer compares to Holo Taco, and maybe if you're impatient and you can't wait for a restock and you want to get your hands on some Holo top coats, you know, keep on watching this video. I also really quickly do want to give my congratulations to Christine. She's probably not watching this video because I'm irrelevant, but anyways, she's one of the very few creators that I've been watching for such a long time, and I feel like the fame hasn't like gotten to her head, and I just also admire how hardworking she is. Like, she's doing YouTube, she has a full-time job, she's running a business. Like, that is a lot, and it's not easy. I just really enjoy watching Christine's content. Now let's get on to the review. So first up, we have the linear Holo top coat comparison. So from Fun Lacquer, we have the diamond Holo top coat, and then from Holo Taco, we have the linear Holo Taco. So price-wise, Holo Taco is actually 50 cents cheaper than Fun Lacquer, and they both contain the same amount of product, 0.4 fluid ounces. I really like the rubber matte texture of the brush handle from Holo Taco. It makes gripping things a lot easier. And side by side, it does look like that Fun Lacquer does appear to be more hollow, although spoiler alert, that doesn't automatically make it the better product. So my first test washes will be on black cardboard just because that's what Christine does in a lot of her testing videos, and I made sure to label everything just so I wouldn't pull a Brad Mondo during the editing process. Anyways, as you can see, Fun Lacquer is super jam-packed with holo pigment. Next up we have Holo Taco, which isn't as jam-packed with linear pigment, but you can actually see a lot more of the black underneath compared to Fun Lacquer. One thing to note is that cardboard does absorb the clear base differently than how your natural nail would, but anyways, 2 coats of Fun Lacquer Diamond almost looks like a straight up silver linear holo polish. As with Holo Taco, you can still see the black underneath. My next demonstration will be on some swatch sticks just because I did a set on my nails and didn't want to remove them. But anyways, because Fun Lacquer is so jam-packed with linear holo pigment and the clear base that the formula is suspended in is on the thicker side, I did experience some dragging with the brush. I'm also not getting as even distribution of holo pigment, like there's a lot less holo towards the tip of the nail compared to the cuticle area. So next up with Holo Taco, the clear base that it's suspended in is a lot thinner, so the product just floats super nicely across the nail, and that is exactly what I want in a good top coat. Though there isn't as much linear pigment in the Holo Taco version, it still is pretty hollow. I also feel like there's just a much more even dispersion of holo pigment throughout the nail with Holo Taco. And here I'm just shifting my lights around so you guys can get a better look for yourselves. Next test will be on top of a magnetic multi-chrome nail polish. So with Fun Lacquer, it is pretty much obscuring all the multi-chrome and magnetic goodness underneath. You can see I'm also having problems with the brush dragging against the nail instead of just floating on top real nicely. Next up we have Holo Taco, which I like a lot more in this situation because I'm still getting that holo impact, but it's not completely covering up the multi-chrome or the magnetic stripe underneath. My fourth demonstration is actually what I would use a linear holo top coat the most for, and that is transforming regular metallic nail polishes into a linear finish. So here I have a regular metallic blue nail polish, and instead of buying a brand new blue holo polish, I can just use a linear holo top coat to transform it, and holo polishes can be pretty expensive. Now in this situation, I don't think there is one that is clearly better than the other. It totally depends on what you're looking for, and there is a trade-off. So on the very left is the control nail, and the more holo you add to the base color, the lighter and more silver it appears, whereas with Holo Taco, because there is less linear pigment, the effect is much truer to the original color of the nail polish. Once again, it totally depends on your preferences. In this situation, I actually do kind of like the Fun Lacquer one more, but that's just my opinion. Next up, I'm showing you guys what it looks like on top of a black metallic nail polish in direct sunlight, and you can be the judge, and also what it looks like on top of a pink metallic nail polish. Once again, Holo Taco is true to color, but Fun Lacquer is much more hollow and it actually appears a little more silver. Next up, we're moving to the scattered holo comparisons. So from Fun Lacquer, we have Diamond Dust Holo Top Coat, and then from Holo Taco, we have Scattered Holo Taco. So looking side by side, once again, Fun Lacquer does appear to be the more hollow product, and the glitter particles also do seem to be a little larger. So straight from the bottle, the Fun Lacquer Diamond Dust Holo Top Coat is just absolutely stunning. I mean, wow, just look at that. Because the brush bristles for Holo Taco are clear, you can't see the holo as well in comparison. As you guys know, holo looks the best against black. Once again, Fun Lacquer is just jam-packed with holo glitters, and in comparison, Holo Taco is much more scattered, as the name implies, and you can see that the clear base is super glossy. With 2 coats of Holo Taco, I can still see the black background pretty clearly, although with Fun Lacquer, it is starting to look like a straight up silver glitter holo polish and not really a holo topper. Next, I will be demonstrating the two on some black nail polish with some swatch sticks, which by the way, the black polish is the 1 coat black from Holo Taco. Anyways, my camera was not in focus because it was blinded by the holo. Judging Fun Lacquer as like an actual top coat, I did experience some dragging again. And with Holo Taco, I mean, it's just applying on so much easier. And the clear top coat is a bit shinier compared to Fun Lacquer's. In this situation, I do prefer Holo Taco a lot more. If I wanted dense glitter payoff, I would just use a regular glitter polish. And finally, my last comparison will be on a magnetic multi-chrome polish. So for Fun Lacquer, you can see that I'm experiencing drag once again. And then for Holo Taco, the formula is much runnier, and I do feel like the holo particles are just the tiniest bit smaller. So with Holo Taco, once again, I can clearly see the multi-chrome and magnetic stripe a lot better compared to Fun Lacquer's Holo Top Coat. And last but not least, we have the Flaky Holo Top Coat comparisons, also my favorite. So we have Diamond Holo Flake Top Coat from Fun Lacquer, and then Flaky Holo Taco. Out of the 3 holo top coats, I would say the Flakies are probably the most similar to one another, but there is a bit more holo flakes in the Fun Lacquer top coat compared to Holo Tacos. Nail polish porn wise, the Fun Lacquer brushes just oof. It is really pretty. And my guess is that Christine probably went with clear brushes just because they were probably cheaper, and she did mention how Holo Taco was pretty expensive to make. Anyways, for Fun Lacquer, you can just see that there is a lot of flakies in the top coat. And then with Holo Taco, I mean, the clear base is just so shiny, but there are not as many flakies in the top coat. Well, I just thought of something. I did mention earlier the whole black versus clear brush comparison, and one advantage of a clear brush is that you can clearly see if the top coat like smeared your base color underneath. Anyways, back to the flaky comparisons. So with 2 coats of Fun Lacquer, it is once again almost completely covering up the black, and with 2 coats of Holo Taco, the black is still peeking through, and it is still really pretty even though there's not as many flakes in it. Moving on to the black swatch sticks, you can see that the Fun Lacquer nail polish is super dense to the point where I feel like it looks more like a glitter nail polish rather than a holo topper. Don't get me wrong, it is super pretty, but I just feel like it's a bit overwhelming to be a top coat. And then for Holo Taco, again, it's super runny. Like I ended up spilling a lot of it on my background, but anyways, you can just see how it's spreading so nicely, and you're still getting that amazing flaky holo impact, but it's just a notch down from the Fun Lacquer one, and I kind of like that more. As demonstrated by the magnetic multi-chrome polishes, you can see that the Fun Lacquer Holo topper is kind of covering the multi-chrome nail polish underneath a lot, and as pretty as Holo Flakes are, I still want to see the multi-chrome and magnetic stripe underneath. And with Holo Taco, it's still really adding that nice element of holo, but again, I can still clearly see the multi-chrome underneath, and I much prefer that. I also did want to compare Christine's One Coat Black to one of her old favorite black nail polishes, and that is China Glaze Liquid Leather. I feel like a lot of nail polish companies try to be like clever and punny with their nail polish names, but I like how Christine is just super straight up like One Coat Black. But anyways, so China Glaze Liquid Leather is definitely super opaque in one coat, and surprisingly, it is a relatively thin formula. It is spreading super nicely on the nail, and it is self-leveling beautifully. Next up, we have Holo Taco, and the formula is much thicker in comparison to China Glaze, and I apologize for my camera being out of focus, but even though it is a thicker formula, it is also self-leveling pretty nicely, and it isn't really streaky like most thick nail polishes tend to be. I don't know if you guys can see, but Holo Taco is just the tiniest bit blacker and more intense. But don't get me wrong, China Glaze is still pretty good. And even on white paper, I would say the difference isn't super noticeable. Do keep in mind that China Glaze is more readily available. It's anywhere from like $6 to $7, and it goes on sale a lot. And I believe Holo Taco One Coat Black is $11 plus shipping. My only concern with One Coat Black is that because it is a thicker nail polish, I do feel like it will reach that gloopy and usable stage faster. My experience, China Glaze nail polishes tend to age really well in terms of consistency, but we'll have to see. Next up, we are going to compare Holo Taco Royal Blue. I have KB Shimmer Low and Be Bold. This is just a dupe I found in my collection, just in case you guys really want Holo Taco Royalty Blue, but you know, it's sold out right now, at least the time of me recording this video. And the KB Shimmer polish is pretty much like a jelly formula. As you can see with one coat, it is still pretty sheer. It is self-leveling really nicely, and there's no streakiness. Now with Holo Taco, the formula is much more opaque, but it is a lot streakier, and I'm not sure if I got like a bad batch or something, but compared to One Coat Black, Royalty Blue doesn't self-level as nicely. As you guys can see, it is pretty streaky. Now with KB Shimmer, even though it requires 2 coats to be more opaque, the formula is just a lot smoother and less streaky. And I know Christine really prefers her one coat formulas, but in this case, I don't mind having to do 2 thin coats because the end result is much smoother in comparison. Now I do know that these type of ultramarine blue pigments are harder to work with in terms of manufacturing, but I do think KB Shimmer did a better job in this comparison. The colors are a bit different as well. Holo Taco is a bit more of a deeper blue, and KB Shimmer is a bit lighter. So in conclusion, while Fun Lacquer does make really good quality nail polishes, I do have to say I do like the Holo Taco ones a bit more. And the reason why is with Fun Lacquer, one, I feel like there's a bit too much holo in them, and I know some people are like, wait, too much holo? That's not a bad thing. I feel like it's a bit overpowering to the point where the top coat ends up covering whatever you have underneath instead of just like accentuating it and adding that touch of holo. Whereas I feel like with Holo Taco, I feel like it has just the right amount of holo where you still get that beautiful rainbow shifting properties, but you're not completely covering up what you have underneath. And if you want more holo, you could just bulb this up. I also do like the actual formulation of Holo Taco a bit more. Again, I said this earlier in the video, but the actual like top coat part, you know, the clear nail polish, a lot thinner, and it just spreads so much easier on the nail, so you get like a more even holo dispersion. Whereas with Fun Lacquer, I felt like the clear base was a little thicker, so like a lot of times I wouldn't get the most even Holo application. The brush kind of dragged on the nail a bit more, but don't get me wrong, like Fun Lacquer, these are still really pretty, and I still do really like them actually. With Fun Lacquer, you can still get a very similar effect. I feel like one way to kind of combat one of the cons I had with Fun Lacquer is to just try to use as little product as possible and make whatever base color you have underneath is completely dry. At the end of the day, pretty subjective. Like if you want the most holo you can possibly get, like go with Fun Lacquer. Or, you know, if you just really want a holo top coat and you can't wait for the next restock and you don't want to spend a bunch of money on eBay, then, you know, Fun Lacquer is still a pretty good option. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!